we are bounded by nature all around, from the air we breathe to what we eat. It comes from natural things. We're talking about fruit, vegetables. These are things that come from, nature itself. And these things are first the drugs that we take in that works for our bodies, that works to heal and replenish. So one way to keep healthy is to connect with nature, because nature has a way of replenishing itself.
So just this morning, I was discussing with my dad, and he said, the older a person gets, the more your immune system drops. And so for you to maintain a good immune system, you need to feed it with natural things. That's the reason why our immune system breaks down and is unable to fight when there's an external attack, is because we are not feeding the body properly with natural food. We are focusing mostly on artificial and processed food.
While we were growing up, myself and my siblings, we grew up to see our dad, do herbal medicine. And of course, I could remember a time when, my dad will just pick me up, as the, oldest of the siblings, to say, can we go to the farm? So I see him, go to the farm. We farm together, in harvesting some of the raw materials used for the products.
I remember growing up as a child, we had so many leaves around. We would see my dad spread leaves, waiting for it to be dried. Some we sun dry, some we air dry. I mean, growing up as a child, I don't remember being admitted in the hospital, because we had quite a number of natural plants that we would use. So we hardly even, I hardly even took ill. I would take lemongrass, bitter leaf, and all of those things.
We went to school understanding about medicine. So I went to school understanding about medicine. There are times that I go to school with some of the products, particularly the one for malaria, fever and stuff, so that whenever I'm down I can use it. And there are a lot of my friends back then in the university days, were also being administered with the same product whenever they fell ill. And so they all knew that at some point I was involved in herbal medicine.
And I saw a lot of people got healed, got some transformation through using the herbs, and then it continued for a long time like that, doing it for free. And then at the point it became, he carved a niche around high blood pressure, infertility, and diabetes. And for the most part, it was free. And so it was more of passion for my father. There's also the gift of knowing the plants and the herbs to put together. MediHerbs Limited was registered as far back as 2003. I think 2003 I was still in secondary school, yes. But I know for sure that the business or MediHerbs itself started long before the CAC registration. We decided that it was important to expand the scope to reach more people, and to reach more people we needed to get some level of backup, that getting the relevant regulatory authority to give us some sanction, or what's the right word now, to give us some backing, so as to be able to market the product to other people who might need it.
Now in 1993 was when scientific analysis started on our product. When I say product here, I mean Nacu Herbal, which was the first of the product that was done, which was majorly for diabetes. As I was saying, I'll give you a quick overview, and this may interest you. you will imagine that when we started as a young boy, I joined my dad. The product was then in leaves, and then we will manually crumble the leaves and then pack them in tin bottles. And so that was how we started. We moved from using our hands to grind or to crush, let me put it that way, the leaves, and then we moved a little bit further into packing them in what is it called, branded sachets, so to speak. And so you can just imagine the level of manual work that we did at the time. And then fast forward, in 2012, we then commenced the structure. I need to give a structure to the business. And we then decided, that it is high time we approach NAFDAC and formalize, the entire business structure. And then we began a journey, as far back as 2012 again, to formalize the NAFDAC approval process and also have a proper structure for our factory. So the factory development started in 2012. And it may interest you to note that in 1993 was when the first breakthrough came, when the product Nacu Herbal tea, that is for diabetes, was researched on, and the one for hypertension was researched on at the WHO Collaborating Center in University of Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, so having done the research, by the team at WHO Collaborating Center, this reaffirms what we already know about our product. Of course, it was then also discovered that the Nacu Herbal tea in itself, being the maiden product, the first product, that was done from this company, also was able to treat other conditions. But of course, that is not for today. But of course, that was one of the feedbacks from the outcome of the research that was done at the time. And then we moved further from that point forward. We then discovered that a lot of scholars, scientists have begun to use the product as a test case, writing their thesis both locally and internationally. That reaffirms, what we already know, and that gives us courage and confidence to pursue this rigorously and to ensure that this product is not just a curative product, but something that should be in the household of every Nigerian, not just Nigeria, every African, or everyone that could possibly come in contact with this. So fast forward to 2020, no, not 2020 actually, I think as far back as 2017, when we then approached NAFDAC again, when we were already set out to achieve this as a corporate entity. And so in 2017, 4 of our products were approved. 2017, 2018, 4 of our products were approved by NAFDAC, having undergone scientific analysis for potency, free from any harmful effect on the human body, and its efficacy. Now, which are those products? Nacu Herbal tea for diabetes, Nacu Fermentorial capsule for hypertension, Nacu Dula golden tea for stomach ulcer, and Nacu Lamiveria capsule for fever and associated body pains. And so these products are already approved by NAFDAC and already in the public domain. It may interest you today that we have over hundreds of lives that have been saved by the use of this product, not just as curative remedies, but also as preventive remedies. So every member of the family became involved in the process as far back as 2012. So we've had lawyers, to handle the legal bit of our, business. Have, finance experts to manage our finances and stuff, budgeting and the rest. We've had, engineers who manage the production process and stuff. We have human resource experts, And so as a family, we bring all these expertise resources together, and we felt, wait a minute, we have all it requires for us to actually formalize and put a structure, to this business, being a family business. This is what our father had labored for several years. But of course, we appreciate God today that in his lifetime, he can see the reality as a business entity, even though the business was incorporated as far back as 2003. But several years down the line, it has become a full-blown, corporate entity.
Yeah, we have added basic engineering principle into conversion of our raw materials into final products. And we have operations like milling, drying, crushing into the easy-to-use products we have today, and our product comes now in tea bags. Your tea you can easily brew in hot water and take. We have it in capsule forms where you can just pop the pill and then it works wonders. And then we have liquid form also where you just take like your syrup and the likes of them. So over the years, I would say we've done quite well for ourselves in this transition from where we are up to now, maintaining quality standards. So in our facility, you can see our workers are well equipped in terms of safety of both the environment and even the workers themselves. We're making sure that there's no contamination of the product in any kind. So you can be rest assured that there are no chemical additives to the product. It is 100% natural. It's just conversion from the raw form to the final product. And then our drugs, our supplements have gone through extensive research to the point that we can boldly tell you that there are no negative side effects to this product. So you can be rest assured that when you are using Nacu Herbal product, you are using a quality product, and this product beyond the shores of Nigeria has gone almost every country of the world. As an indigenous business now, we've been able to create value across board, and then aside from direct workers and employees, we'll be able to create value chain because there are some people that are responsible for material sourcing and sorting. We work with quite a number of farmers that help us make sure that we get our raw materials, and then that's also a sort of income for them. And then we have our delivery chain. We deliver every day of the week beyond the shores of this country. That's value being created for those in the logistics company. We have ad hoc staffing in case when we have volume of supply to meet. We have ready trained experts that we call on to just support in production activities.
We're on a mission, and our objective, our mission, is to see every household live healthily through nature. As a matter of fact, so what we preach today is natural medicine. The body will replenish itself by the use of natural products, and that is what we have been able to achieve. So all our products are 100% natural. There are no chemical additives. Of course, when you put chemical in your body, you should expect that there will be some sort of damages that will happen. But with natural medicine, which is what we advocate for, there is no damage to your body, but all you then have thereafter is that your body cells are being rejuvenated by use of herbal product. And that is why we're on a mission to ensure that not only our Nacu Herbal tea, but every other Nacu product that is safe for human consumption is in the household of every Nigerian. So that is our mission. That is what we want to set to achieve. And by the way, just to let you know that we are not against medical science. As a matter of fact, we collaborate with medical scientists. We consult, we have consultants, that work hand in hand together, and that is why we've been able to pursue a NAFDAC approval. Our product has gone through scientific analysis that tells us about their potency, that tells us about, some other chemical, not chemical, other composition of the product in itself. And so that is to tell you that, we are not against chemical, medical scientists. We actually work hand in hand with them. But the preach or the advocacy is that your body needs, natural, remedies, natural products, and that is what we have been set out to achieve. So over the past few years, that is our mission, and that is what we stand for. Using natural products or nature to address and to prevent certain conditions. That is what we really stand for. We have another product that is currently being researched upon for cholesterol. Cholesterol in your body impacts on the proper flow. It clogs your bloodstreams, and it impacts on the proper flow of blood, and that also results sometimes into high blood pressure. And so we are trying to we've researched upon the product, and is also undergoing NAFDAC approval as we speak. And so that's for people that suffer bad cholesterol or high cholesterol issues. Of course, additionally, we also have products that every household must use. The product is to boost your immune system, is to prevent you from certain ailment, disease, and stuff like that. So it's a natural supplement that everybody, every human being should use on a daily basis. So that is also through the works, and then we believe that in no time all of these products will be approved by NAFDAC, and it will be readily available to the mass market. But of course, these products are already being used, by some of our clients, and there are awesome testimonials as to the effects of this product.
Nacu Herbal is not just concerned about selling our products. We are concerned about people's health and living pattern generally. We usually advise our clients to, as best as possible, inculcate the habit of natural living that cut off a lot of junks and processed foods, because of course that's what we stand for, healthy by nature. So that's what we stand for. So basically it's a message that we emphasize. Over time, for some of our patients, we were able to come up with a meal plan to also help increase to help increase the efficacy of the products they are using, not only for our product but also for their own lifestyle. So we've tried to make, in fact at the point we had to make it compulsory that you must have this, so that we know what you're eating right, first of all, and then the product also can work. It is wrong for you to be eating wrong and then you're using medication, which is what orthodox medicine would tell you. Don't worry, just eat, you get medication to suppress it. No, it is healthy living with using healthy remedies. So basically, we also have that in place. We also do some consultation, because it's not just buy the product. So we spend a lot of time, we invest a lot of time discussing with most clients that we come across that call us, and then we also monitor to know how far they are progressing. I mean, it's a lot of work to do as a manufacturer, but because of our passion is for them to have a lasting solution. Even when they are done, they are off our products, they can stand by themselves and still continue to live a healthy lifestyle. So we are particular about that, and everyone who has come in contact with us can attest to that fact.